Hey Space Sailors, welcome to the crew. I'm Sea Lord Agenda, and this is my Let's Play of Citizen Sleeper. We are still running from the corporation chasing us, still on the eye. We're starting to build up a reputation. We've just uncovered the secrets of the Winter Light, although that made Dragos kick us out, but we're getting somewhere, we're making friends, and the clock's ticking on us being hunted though, so we will see what happens with that.
Okay, so we can't work there anymore. That's fine. I think if we get +1, that gives us the ability to maybe use multiple dice for hacking actions, which is really handy potentially. We have stabilizer now. I think we can wait one more turn to use it. I'll find out the hard way whether losing this one will give me the 3 dice or not. Offices, right. I can put the yet again data in. I don't know if it's the best idea. I think it's just a cheap way to get, like... It's just a simple recurring hack. I'm pretty sure it's just a cheap way to get, like, 10 credits or whatever, but... Okay. What do I want to do then? We have a lot of things. We need to get a ship vine. We need to extract data. We can't extract any data right now. We did get some more scraps. Let's sell that at this exchange. Now we will be a trusted trader. Yes. Fantastic. The Ort Fabricator, yes. Okay. Ship mines cannot be built from scratch, but if you have enough, salvaged fragments can be reassembled within a fabricator. Okay, so we need to hold on to all the fragments we can get. We have one. We can buy some. I'm going to wait until at least the last day before we buy any there. You know what? Since I got this free stabilizer, I'm going to pay for passage into here, because... You hand over the chits to the Yadigan Enforcer, and he nods you through. Fantastic. Okay, yeah, is this down here? Oh, the free spoke. Oh damn, that got me a lot of space. Low end is a ramshackle residential district. Low end, no one knows you're here. You'll need to change that if you want access to low end's residence facilities. I'm not good at Intuit, so playing Tavla is not a good idea. We will... To be fair, worst case is apparently we just would lose money, but... It's not the worst thing, but... Maintained by the residents, the ramshackle blocks are always needed repairs. Helping out's a good way to make friends. That we would be good at, yeah. We can even gain energy, that'd be nice. Free spoke, Towery Transit Hub. Okay. Spoke is layer after layer of dense urban traffic. The only way to explore it is vertically. Tangled network of surface passages. Makeshift tunnels cut through the spoke as if it were a hive. There are no maps here. That's a risk. That's also a risk, but slightly less one, but we're bad at engage, so... The spoke can be navigated from the outside, but the climb requires bravery. Okay. Founder's Gap. To reach the Greenway, you need to pay for a pass, a practice invented by the spacers moored here. They call it Founder's Ferry. Okay, so we unlocked this area, and then it's 150 to unlock the next area. Okay. Alright. So... Let's focus on what we've sort of got access to, which is... We can make some cryo and maybe work towards a promotion here. Worst case, we only make 12. Best case, we make 24. Okay, we make 12 and plus welder's mate and scrap. I don't have any clear use for the scrap other than selling it still, but yeah. And then the other we'll put into the ambergris. Let's try to finish this before we figure out the low end thing. Okay, neutral. It's acceptable. Right, and then let's buy some fungus while we're at it. We are a proper fungus fan now. Memphis, how we doing? Sleeper! Memphis calls out to you, a booming voice that echoes through the corridor. Tell me a story. He throws a handful of chopped mushrooms into his wok, the fire leaping up to meet the oil. I see you cycle in, cycle out, but we never speak. Tell me a story. What kind, Memphis? Any kind. He pauses to drizzle something from a plastic bottle into the wok. But one of yours. He looks up at you. Nothing stolen. You pause, the spice is rich in your nostrils, and think about the kind of story you'd like to tell Memphis. You look at Memphis, the listener, and imagine he's heard it all before. Perhaps he would enjoy a strange story, something with some spice. All the sleepers, you tell Memphis, had dreams. Some were simple, memories left over from the emulation process that had become tangled up in their minds and would come out when they slept. It wasn't rare to hear a sleeper in the dorm scream or cry out in the night. But your dreams, those gray, skeletal after-images of systems and structures, of threads and patterns, weren't like the others. They weren't memories or nightmares, they were reflections of reality. Distorted, yes, but somehow true. You learned, back then, to keep quiet about them, to let them flow through your mind like water. That was until now, until you arrived in this place. Now your dreams colonized your waking life. They slipped behind your eyelids with every blink. Now you understand they aren't dreams at all, but some process of interfacing, of speaking, of living in another world that flows through this one like smoke through air. You tell him you do not know if there's a reason for your dreams. Perhaps, you reason, it's just some side effect or particular quality of the frame you inhabit. Whatever it is, it's a gift, and you hope to make use of it. Memphis finishes cooking and squints a little at you. Sleeper? He smiles. You are quite the storyteller. He eyes you, and you realize that he's trying to gauge how honest you've been in your story. Memphis passes you the meal he's cooked, and you take it gratefully. As you eat, he talks, a natural exchange. Thank you, Sleeper. He looks around at the emptying market. But my time is done for today, and I do not want to keep you longer, so I will make a proposal. He gestures to the plastic boxes of ingredients stacked behind his stall. These are good enough for most, but someone told me a story that made me think a couple of cycles ago. They said that across the gap, in the Greenway, fresh mushrooms grow. Have you heard this? I haven't. Neither had I, but I trust the one who told me. Memphis begins packing up his things. Can you bring me some? I cannot cross the gap, and I worry about leaving my things behind. He smiles. I'm sure a storyteller like you could handle the trip. I will prepare them for you, and if you wish to tell it, be the audience for another story. Agreed. Good, booms Memphis. Then I will wait for you to bring them. Memphis slides his walk away and straightens up. I will prepare a recipe then, Sleeper. Good luck with your foraging. You turn away and walk back into the main market, the rich taste of Memphis's food still lingering in your mouth. Stories for food, you think? A trade that seems more than fair. So, still 15 cryo, but he needs 3 handfuls of gyro caps to make gyro fricassee. Fresh and firm. Don't have them. Don't have the money to get across, but we'll work on it. Alright, let's sleep. We've only got, I guess, I don't know if it's actually 1 more or 2 more. Oh yeah, let's end the cycle. I don't know if we're going to roll 3 dice or 4. Either way, we've got to inject the stabilizer next round. Ah, only 3, okay. Well, we'll inject the stabilizer now. Doesn't get us our dice back, though. I should have injected it last round. Oh well. You feel the stabilizer fizzing inside you, your artificial muscles cramping in sequence. Okay, the good news is I got a 2, which means I can get into this Solheim node. Yep, Solheim data acquired. And And I can take that to Mr. Feng. Here is the last of your data, sir. Feng's eyes light up as the data's transferred over. He hands you a stack of chits and waves you off. Alright, Feng, how we doing? As you enter the bay, Feng is nowhere to be seen. The banks of servers and machines blink out of the dark in staccato rhythms, unseeing eyes of the station's digital ghosts. Shitheads, Feng's voice echoes from behind a stack, followed by the hammer of a fist on a metal casing. These snaky shitheads. Who's snaky? Sleeper, Feng's smiling head pops out from behind a stack. Just the emulated consciousness I have been eager to see. Come back here. You pick your way between the thrumming stacks, trying not to trip on the loose bundles of cables that blanket the dark floor. Feng is sat in front of a set of monitors mounted to a stack. Tell me, Sleeper, what do you see here? Feng waves at a monitor to his side, glowing with pale lists of information. You lean in closer, looking for the links in the data. The tables seem to be filled with personal information. Names, genders, ID numbers, all the markers of institutional records. People? People, yes, but whose people? Solheim? Bingo! He taps the terminal. I pulled these from the old data you brought in. All employees of the Eye's original owners. And, he leans past you and scrolls the list down. This one. This is a snaky shithead. He stabs the screen with a finger. The name reads Hardin Hurst. Who's Hardin? That, says Feng, giving you a sideways look, is the thing. He drags a stool out beside him and motions for you to sit. There just so happens to be a Hardin Hurst in Havenage. He waits for your reaction. In Havenage? That's it. He's right here on the station now. Feng leans back in his chair. Just think about it. Decades ago, Hardin worked on this station as a... Feng leans across to look at the monitor. Senior Strategic Operations Executive. Feng raises his eyebrows at you. Our Hardin was keeping the money coming in for Solheim. He defined priority growth initiatives by making sure the extractors they contracted out to were hooked into a system that outsourced all the risk and kept the profit. Good old Hardin shuttled thousands of Palladium Rush workers into an infrastructure which meant their cut of the work they did went straight back into Solheim. How do you know all this? I grew up here, Sleeper. This is my history. I'm a child of the collapse. Feng turns back to his screen, staring hard at the strings of code flickering by. Before I was born, my parents were Solheim contractors. They ate in Solheim canteens, worked on Solheim ships, they breathed Solheim air, and slept in Solheim beds. Feng's voice rises as he speaks, his hands fists on the terminal edge. And the work that paid for that existence? The cycles of hard extraction out in the belt? Solheim took their cut. This was a company town, so to speak, and my parents were just another in the long line of freelance contractors willing to risk their lives for a shot at anything other than poverty. Disposable. This guy, stabbing at Hardin once again with his finger, strategized all that, did the sums, and then somehow, thousands and thousands of cycles later, is still going, still here, crawling in the walls like some shithead snake. He survived the revolution. How? These guys, they were big time. There's a lot of money can get you if you're a company man. Feng relaxes a little. But how is Hardin still kicking? I really don't know. He turns to you and smiles. So we are gonna find out. Hardin is now a big shot in the shipyards just a few degrees back around the eye from here. Feng brings up a map of the lower eye. Havenage might be born out of Erlin's revolutionary zeal, but a flat hierarchy it is not. Hardin happened to float to the top. Feng zooms in on the far yards. Feng grimaces. The thing is, I don't have access to those systems. The shipyard crew's pretty paranoid, and they don't like anyone from systems digging around in their stuff. Plus, we need more than just the name of a Solheim executive. We need proof. Feng holds up a thumbnail-sized drive. That's where this little creation of mine comes in. I call it a ripper worm. He turns the drive between his fingers. It'll rip through any digital storage and spin out a silken thread of filtered data. This one is set on the scent of Hardin Hurst. He hands it over. Getting into the compound might be tricky. Feng puts a hand on your shoulder. But you, however, have a particular knack for remote access. Feng grins. If you can extract yourself a Havenage cipher from a Havenage agent, they sometimes carry them among their data caches. You can crack open the compound's network and slot the worm in through any open port. You never even need to go near the shipyards. So what do you say, up for it? Yeah, okay. I knew it. I knew you'd be happy to catch this snake. Don't worry, once we nail this guy, I'll start work on that tracker of yours. I haven't forgotten. Fang scratches at his chin. Anything the worm gets, I'll send it back here to me. There's something wrong here, and I aim to get to the rotten core of it. You leave Fang digging through data among the wires and machines of the old station. As you walk out, you try to imagine the eye as it once was. A vast machine running smooth and strong, directed by people like Hardin. A vast Solheim-built machine into which thousands poured from the surrogate systems looking for a new life. The hope of a better future, engineered to line someone else's pockets. It's an idea you are intimately familiar with. You think of Hardin, still alive, still part of this place, and wonder if the past is ever truly past. It's not. Okay, so we're definitely not selling a shipmine fragment. We could sell the Yadigan data. I don't think that's that useful. Right, so we can do work here. That's fine. We can buy from them. I don't know where else to find a shipmine fragment, so I might have to. Bar. I mean, we're not going to take shifts here unless we run out of other things to do, basically, unfortunately. We should work on the ambergris. I mean, exploring this is interesting, but not safe. It's not that easy to do, either. Oh, do we have new, there's a Yadigan agents down here. There's a node. That's a 1. What was this one? Personnel terminal. Personal terminal empty apart from a single high-level encryption locked behind access protocols. Probably an encrypted key, then. And these are all Yadigan agents. I don't need anything from them right now. There's a couple of nodes we can still use low dice for. We need a Havenage cipher. Apparently the only way to get that is to hack Havenage agents, which are generally going to be 2s, so... yeah, can't do that right now. Bar... We do have a good dice there. Tell you what, let's work on the ambergris. Even with a plus engineer, that's not that great, huh? Yeah, let's take the risk. Okay, very good. Plus ship shape. And some scrap. I think we just sell the scrap. I don't see that we have a use for it otherwise. Bonus credits, basically, or cryo. Then the good roll we're gonna use. I should use it just at the shipyard, but you know what? Let's use it to start exploring this. Yeah. A series of tangled passages spits you out the other side of the spoke with a little more knowledge than when you went in. That's gonna be complicated, yeah. But it seems important to explore. You gotta get into the low end, too. But for now, we've got a sleep. Problem. Our hunted cycle is about to, cycle clock's about to hit the top. Not quite sure what happens then. Okay, decent set of rolls. Quite good. A couple we can use for hacking. Oh, hello, bounty hunter Ethan. Hold it there, sleeper, comes a voice from behind you. Don't you run. I'm not gonna run immediately. Good, good. A hand pats your coat down. You know your master's voice. Ethan spins you around. He's wearing a wide smirk and a slick jacket, and you immediately know he is terrible news. You got all the way out here and then stayed put. He laughs a cruel laugh. That a sleeper thing? You're my first. You barely hear him. You've noticed the handgun he has leveled at your chest, and it's hard to take your eyes off it. He reaches down with his other hand and slips some kind of ring out from a belt loop without taking his eyes off you. Making it to the eye, though, that's pretty good. This place isn't so bad. Bars, markets, people. I pull most of my contracts out of asteroid caves or off of god-forsaken moons. He splits the ring into 2 perfect circles. It's hard to hit civilization when there's so much space to pass through. Who are you? Just a freelancer on a contract. He reaches over to slide the rings around your wrists. Go easy. Well, we're definitely not going to go down without a fight, although we're just going to get shot, but... You see a chance the moment his eyes leave you to watch the rings. You spin, knocking him away and sprinting down the corridor. Then the shot rings out, echoing off the metal so loud it hurts your ears. A bullet hole smokes in the wall beside your head. You freeze and Ethan closes the gap. This is a very boring routine. Trust me, I've seen it all before. He slips the rings over your trembling wrists. Ethan nudges you to start watching. To the ship and home, he whistles, going easy. You stumble down the corridor, your hands behind you, your mind racing. It's a stupid question, but I'm gonna ask. Your daddy's at SNR. They want you home for dinner. Ethan yawns and continues to nudge you down the corridor. Shame to come all the way out here just to head back to SNR right away. That tracker of yours makes this too quick. Yeah, did I have to get rid of that already? Because that would have been very hard. I was hoping you put up a bit more of a chase, you know, or running battle through the bright market maybe, or a holdout in the low end. There's a few establishments I would have enjoyed checking out while I asked around. You walk on in silence for a little longer, desperately trying to think of a way to escape. That SNR tracker will be the death of you. Hey, I have an idea. How about on the way back to the ship we stop for a drink? I'm buying. He laughs at his own joke. This better not be one of those where you do a dramatic pause and then try to jump me, because I'm pretty tired of that. Although, muses Ethan, I got myself thinking, what's the rush here? Here we are, one of the most lawless joints in the surrogate systems, and we're heading for the exit. He pauses, and you trudge on in silence. Okay, here's the idea, starts Ethan. You and me, we make a little agreement. Here are the terms. He turns you to face him. You run, or leave, or try to abandon the eye, I shoot you. You plot or scheme, you try to kill me, I shoot you. But, he smiles, you come meet me at an establishment of my choice every few cycles, and you pay my tab, I don't shoot you. He pauses. You don't pay my tab, he rattles his handgun. You get the idea. Well, damn. We don't have much choice. I guess we're very lucky in that he's corrupt as hell. We're just lazy, basically. I get it. Okay, then. That sounds to me like a deal. He stretches. You know, I really thought I was going to have to kill you, but this is so much better. He clicks something in his belt and the rings release from your wrists. I'm going to see if I can find my old stool at the Compressor Club. Come see me there. He aims the handgun at you, squinting down the sight. Let me just remind you that body of yours is one big tracker, so don't even think about leaving the eye. I'll know. Ethan turns and strides off down the corridor, slipping his handgun away. The mix of relief and terror you feel is overwhelming. What are you going to do? What the hell am I going to do? We've got to get rid of that tracker ASAP, basically. I mean, we're going to have to pay his tab, just probably at least once or twice. First priority, I guess, is going to have to be to break into this so that we can get our tracker removed. Because otherwise he's going to siphon off all our damn money. Let's see here. There's a couple of nice nodes I could break into, but we're going to have to use at least one of these to... I don't know if it's just random. Like, see, that's just data. That's not, oh, wait. Did I get the cipher just now, or did I have that already? Maybe I got that just... I don't know. But we're going to use it right away. Boom. Into the Havenage shipyard. Havenage port H33. One Ripper Worm. Worm slots in and begins tunneling down a thread. Godspeed, little one. It's just doing its job now? I guess so. Okay, I'm gonna be attacked by the hunter if I do another thing. I forget, what do I need to get rid of the hunter? Oh, right, I need a ship bind. That's difficult. We're probably just gonna have to take the hit. Although I don't have, like, I can't get into that node. That was just a yet agent, right? Yeah. I can get into that node, and maybe I will, because I don't have anything better to do with one roll. Although I do think that's going to trigger the hunter, but oh well. Oh, +5 crypto for transfer intercept. Nice. Cryo, that is. Okay, just an encrypted key, and yeah, we're very much going to be attacked now. Those familiar threads wrap around you, blind you, bind you, test you. Entity, submit. Hunter's strange head bobs in your vision. Your ally in the sealed dock cannot save you. Oh damn, he knows about that. In that globed head, you see whirling strings of data, so many spinning there that they threaten to tear through the thin skin and whip out into the void around. What happened to this creature? The threads squeeze and you lose any sympathy you might have had. You must escape. You lash out once more, pushing Hunter back, severing threads that regrow as fast as they're broken. As you slip away, you realize you have to find a way to deal with Hunter once and for all. This is getting too dangerous. Ugh. Yeah, we took a lot of damage there. Okay. Good news is we're out of useful things to hack for the moment, other than just generic agents, so... Well, this, but... That's one, that's not a problem. But, yeah, long term, that's an issue. Okay, some useful things to do. We can work here for cryo. Oh, let's talk to Fung, yeah. Oh, no, yeah, okay. Oh, damn, 3 cycles to get that Ripper Worm done, huh? Okay. We can work there for cryo. We can work for fixing that ship. We can work there to fix the ship. Oh, the Compressor Club. New place, okay. Okay, we got 4 cycles there, but he's gonna rack up a big tab. And then we got the low end, and we got this. Let's try to unravel here. Okay. Somehow, deep in the spoke, you come across a thoroughfare lit by work lamps, where groups pass back and forth with ease. Oh, nice, that gave us a thing. The Midline Freight Hub, Spoke Transit Center. Ooh. We are not good enough at interfacing to steal a shipment, and that is dangerous. Right. You can only steal 1 or 2 if you're lucky. Okay, so this is all interface stuff. Stealing shipments is dangerous, and I could just get money by interfacing, but Midline runs automated freight down from the free spoke. They need skilled operators, you don't have to lift a single crate. Doesn't look like it's worth any more than just, working at the shipyard would be, though. Okay. Let's try to get ourselves ingratiated here, too. Nice. Energy and low-ender. Refit the long-broken fans of a family's air filters. They insist you join them for dinner, and the children are delighted by your presence. Okay, and then... I guess we're not making money today, but... we're gonna work to repair the ambergris. We're close to finishing this, so we'd like to push through and finish it. Aha! The Ankita, or well, no, Ankita's the person. The ambergris is repaired. Akita's crouched in the computing core of the ambergris, swearing to herself when you enter. Let me guess, it needs a ship mind, which I am working to find for a lot of other reasons already anyway. She doesn't look up. These shits completely ruined the core's connectors when they cut it. She holds up a thick fistful of ragged wires. The ship mind they ripped won't even be usable without replacing these. She throws the bundle of wires across the room. Amateurs. Who took it? She stands. If I knew, do you think I'd be waiting around in here rather than out there with my boot on their neck? She sighs. Yet again? Some spacer crew? No way to know, but they got in with one of my crew's access chips, so they either killed him, robbed him, or he was in on it. No good options. Akita climbs out of the cooling well where the ship mine should be, the space suddenly crowded with her on the same level as you, towering over you as she stoops beneath the low curved ceiling. Come on, nothing to be done here now. She leads you back through the guts of amber, though you could find the way back yourself. The repair process has left you familiar with the cutter's idiosyncratic layout, all diagonal angles and bundled tubes. What do we do now? Akita seems lost in thought, and you focus on the corridors, ducking below conduits and passing through bulkheads. Eventually you arrive in the galley, though it's hard to tell. Most of the bunch's prep surfaces are covered in half-stripped components and welded hole patches. Akita shoves a box of filters to the floor and sits. There's no way around it. She starts out of nowhere. We need a new ship mind. Where from? Scrap freighter? Ord exchange? Hell, find one in the overlooked bathroom. Doesn't matter where, just matters that we get one. She rubs her forehead. It seems I'm about to do something very stupid. But hey, I came here, didn't I? Why not make a run of it? She fixes you with a hard stare. Sleeper, you're all I've got. No crew, no friends, you're it. She looks uncomfortable. I appreciate the time you've put on Amber, and I'm sure she would too if she could. What I'm saying is, if you screw me on this, I will kill you. She leans over and hands you a stack of chits. A big stack of chits. You don't dare to count them. Get me that ship mind, Sleeper. Don't make me regret this. You won't, she sighs. Look, just get out of here before I change my mind. You slip out of the galley and head back towards the main lock. As you do, Amber growls and creaks like a caged animal. You reach a hand out to calm her. Time to find Akita a ship mind, somehow. Why don't you just give me 100? You know what? Do I buy another one? They're gonna leave next cycle, I think. It might be a little early in the game to actually get a ship mind, I don't know. I feel like technically if I get one I could probably escape, but... what the hell? Let's do it. Reluctantly hand over the chits, you know they're fleecing you, but you need this. Yeah, I need this, alright. The fabricator whirs and crackles as it assembles the ship mind. It opens to reveal a completed, but heavily dented unit. The core of a ship AI amputated and in hibernation. Minecraft is the achievement I just got. Let's get +1 on interface. I think that would be kind of handy. I'm probably going to save up 2 interface points, or 2 upgrade points after this and try to work on my engineering skill. I could also maybe remove my -1 on this, actually. Kind of an all-round kind of guy. Now, is it considered screwing her over if I put... Is there a way to save? Not really. Is it I guess we'll just find out the consequences of our actions, huh?
Thanks for watching, Space Sailors. Hope you enjoyed. New episodes will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy, consider leaving a like or subscribing, and have a nice day, Space Sailors. This is Sea Lord Janda, signing off.